What'd you pull over there?
You are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing. And then the same one that I pull every
Not
single
us
time.
in the garden.
Every single time that I pull out this deck. Let your true colors show so your tribe knows how to find you.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. So shine bright. I'm weak.
Don't even have to turn it on. Just use your prop.
I'm weak. That's funny too because I added that song to the songs of the blog today.
Everything is unfolding as it should be.
We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye. It's crazy too because Kanye.
8 people are in here. Dang.
Oh wow. Because Kanye has been like creeping up recently, like in terms of like my musical fucking catalog. But this morning, Fuck With Me, You Know I Gotta came on in the beginning, the intro. I was just like, hold on, I actually need to read this because the intro was just like, this is my fucking life in a nutshell. And I didn't, like, I've heard, like, you know when you, like, you obviously hear things, like, more than once, but it doesn't, like, sit or resonate until, and it was just like, oh, okay. A little over a year ago, I was in bondage, and now I'm back here reaping the blessings and getting the benefits that go along with it. Everything that's out here for kings like us. The reason why we like this, the jewelry and the diamonds and stuff, they don't understand is because we're really from Africa, and that's where all this stuff comes from. And we originated from kings, you know what I'm saying? So don't look down on the youngsters because they want to have nice shiny things. It's in our genes. I was like, oh, in our genes. Our genes. That goes back to Ralph Lauren versus fucking American Eagle.
Yeah. And then the fucking Dunkin' Donuts doing a commercial just like it too.
You had said that, but I didn't understand what you were saying.
They are on the same side as American Eagle.
And that's why no one likes Dunkin'. America does not run on Dunkin'. Dunkin' can kick rocks too. Their fucking shit sucks. I literally cannot.
It was wild. It was weird. Like
on the same side as fucking. But I'm not surprised. I'm not even surprised. The first Dunkin' Donuts was fucking in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Fucking sundown town. So there's that. There's fucking that. Insane.
Insane in the membrane.
Insane in the brain. Insane, dude. But I don't know. Dunkin's American Eagle. But no, actually, we can talk about that. So Polo just did a campaign, and they collaborated with HB. I don't know if it was like more than one HBCU or if it was just one. Hold on, let me pull it. Polo HBCU. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so this article is from NBC News. Ralph Lauren pays homage to generations of Black Martha's Vineyards visitors for a new collection. The line celebrates the visitors and residents of Oak Bluff, a refuge for Black Africans in the 1870s. So, hold on, let me move this. Thanks. Okay. So, as controversy swirls around American Eagle ads featuring actor Sydney Sweeney for what some say is culturally insensitive messaging, a campaign for a different famous apparel brand is also grabbing attention. Ralph Lauren's Oak Bluff's campaign launched last week, building a collection inspired by crisp styling ingrained in the culture of historically black colleges and visible in the black enclave of Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts, for which the campaign is named. The way Cheryl Wesley sees it is the collection represents the deference, to the deep history of black people on this island, about 90 miles south of Boston. What it has done is illuminate what we've already been doing for years, says Wesley, a Howard University graduate who organizes HBCU Legacy Week on the Vineyard, a multi-day celebration for black culture featuring social, professional, and political events. Massachusetts abolished slavery in 1783, allowing black residents to live freely often alongside members of the Wampanoag tribe, which had existed there for thousands of years before colonization, and helped those who escaped from other states settle there. After emancipation, newly freed black people fled north, with some finding agricultural work on Martha's Vineyard and building homes in Oak Bluffs. During the early 20th century, the neighborhood became a haven for the middle-class black travelers seeking refuge from racial segregation, eventually attracting celebrities like singer Lena Horne, leaders like Martin Luther King Jr., and Adam Clayton Powell, upwardly mobile black American families. Locations like Inkwell Beach and the Sheer Cottage, through created out of the forces of racism, have become sites steeped in history. The Ralph Lauren campaign launches as Black August approaches, with events like HBCU Legacy Week and the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival. For a long time, Martha's Vineyard visitors like Wesley were concerns were how the designer would respect this legacy. But that collection was conceived 5 years undergo creative director of concept design and brand direction for Polo Men, James M. Jeter, a Morehouse graduate, and Dara Douglas, a Spelman alumna, and the company's brand and product lead with design with intent. What's crazy, it took 5 years to come up with this. The collection, inspired by the traditions and fashions of HBCU campus communities and launched in 2022, was the first time Ralph Lauren curated a campaign with an all-black creative team and cast. Look at it though, dude. It's fucking. There's a wait list for this now.
I feel like it taking that long to create it shows how much work really went into not being disrespectful and getting it right.
Dude, Jeter and Douglas said that they drew upon HBCU alumni they knew and families that had lived or vacationed in Oak Bluff for generations. A lot of people in the campaign also knew each other and seen each other over the years on the island and grew up together, Jeter said. So it felt like bringing this charming community together to tell the story. Jeter added that he's been enjoying being able to reveal some of these really interesting pockets of American culture and black culture that a lot of folks may not have been aware of. Wesley said that the collection and campaigns have reflected strongly on Oak Bluff's history and the community ties to HBCUs. He did a great job of making this campaign feel organic and authentic, Wesley said of the designer, and he did it very carefully, with a scalpel instead of an axe. The brand has been long seen as an outfitter for affluent Ivy League colleges, with its preppy fabrics and sharp tailoring. The HBCU and Oak Bluff's collection strive towards the same same affluence, just with a different American community in mind. Not this. The Reverend Oscar Denson, who was born in Jamaica with congregants and members of his family from Bradley Memorial Church, where he served as pastor from 1905 until his death of 1942.
That's
Not
crazy.
Jamaica. That's crazy. This is a deeply American story of heritage, tradition, family, and community. And these are the stories that Ralph Lauren has always woven throughout our campaigns, said David Lauren, the company's chief branding and innovation officer and the son of Ralph Lauren. Jeter said this approach shows the company's commitment to really expanding our portrayal of the American dream. Black people have owned homes on Martha's Vineyard since the 19th century, according to the book Black Home Ownership on Martha's Vineyard. In many cases, those homes have been passed down from generation to generation, and we honor that lineage during Legacy Week, Wesley said. Nothing is currently underway. It features social activities, poetry readings, discussions, and panels on topics like creating generational wealth and the legacy of hip-hop, as well as keynote addresses by Norfolk State University President Dr. Javion Adams Gaston. There's a legacy of these black professionals from HBCUs that are out here in the workforce contributing to society and being pillars in their communities, said celebrity stylist Avon Dorsey. Merging one of the fashion's iconic brands in a place that has been a refuge for black people for more than a century feels right, Dorsey said. We've been here, Wesley said. We're going to be here during the campaign of the launch and after it. That's insane. So then to sit here and say that American Eagle's fucking... And let's pull up. So, hold on, let me read the comments.
Really quick, you wanna know what's crazy?
Yeah.
This last card I pulled.
Not run away, as we're talking about.
Go on a vacation.
That is crazy. Run away, love. That's wild. Let's see.
I'm trying to go on a vacation for real.
Ralph Lauren.
Halloween.
Halloween's Noah's birthday.
Oh, a trip to see Grandma and Grandpa for Noah's birthday? Salem at Halloween?
I'm a week. Okay, so let's look at this. You're like, I'm planting the seed.
You're like, I'm not listening.
I'm weak. Oak Bluff has been a haven for black communities, including alumni of historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs like Morehouse and Spelman, for more than a century. In creating a collection inspired by this town, we celebrate not just Oak Bluff as a place, but the spirit of the community it represents, one that resonates with anyone who's ever sought a home away from home. Damn.
Did they use models or did they use people from the area as well?
I think they use people from the area.
How the fuck are they all so fucking, like, so pretty? Like, it's unfair how pretty every single one of them is.
Those were the flower,
Being
Grandma.
used from
Those were the flowers.
I love those flowers.
Let's see. Sorry. Oh, because I was just staying. Golly, to the $200 sweater. Oh, I like this, though. Besides the... Ooh! 790. Whoa, God. Dude,
That's insane, dude.
Fuck.
Let's make our own.
Dude, because that literally
Let's
looks
go
like
buy random quilts from the fucking thrift stores around the area.
Ooh, I like that, though.
$278?
Hold on. I was not expecting that to be.
This is not our price range.
But you know what's
Is it
crazy?
vacation near Martha's Vineyard? No shit, it's not our price range.
Bitch. But you know what's crazy? Remember when we were... What were we looking at? I think, was it Louis Vuitton? And they were saying that all of the white people were in the really expensive things, and then all of the, like, the minority were in, like, the less.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me it's not the same on here right now. So that jacket that we saw, so this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this jacket now.
How much is this one?
$6.98.
What the fuck? Just go hit up a fucking thrift store near a private school and you're good to go.
Okay, well then they have her in this one, so maybe not. That kind of voids it out, but that. But this, how much is this? Bitch, $1,000, $998,
Damn.
and it's not even available.
Tell me, who is?
They probably only made like a limited amount, so they probably whatever like however many that they had.
Who's got this spending money for clothing, especially such white clothing?
That part.
You gotta sit there and get a stain on it. Your $1,000
Look at
jacket.
this. Look at damn the built bitch. The quilt is $12.95. Lord
So
Jesus.
you could buy the quilt and fucking make your own jacket.
Yeah, but
From
you'll
the
have
exact same thing.
you'll have excess fucking material. That's why it's more. There was this trend that was on TikTok a while ago where people would go onto these high luxury item websites and buy the cheapest item that they had on it just to get like to see how it came packaged. We should do that. We should bring that back. As I'm like the cheapest thing in this collection right now is the mug.
Hit view all and let's see what the cheapest thing is. It probably is that fucking mug.
Where do you see view all?
They usually have a view all option. Oh,
I was like, wait, did you see it? Did I
go to sale. Let's see what they have there. What do they consider a sale?
Oh, I was like, where is it? They're like, people don't look for this. What the hell? Why can't I go? Oh. I want all sales.
You can only look by categories. That's silly.
Can you not filter it? They're like, bitch, that is the filter. No, that's not.
Right there.
Oh,
on the
right there.
Cheapest.
Price. Not under $50. Oh, $30.
That red hat kind of frightened me.
I'm weak. This is very prep.
All of it is.
Well, of course it's
But
yeah, but this whole little
Uh-huh.
with this little. I'm weak. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what what's the scenario?
1, 2, 3,
What is everyone doing? Who else is all in here? There's 7 of us. Watch me ramble about fucking Ralph Lauren. Oh, I was supposed to be showing the fucking the American Eagle thing.
Yeah. I should try to find the fucking Dunkin' Donuts one and send it to you. But Anthony texted me asking me for my help.
Okay, so then I don't know. WWD. What is this? Oh, Women's Wear Daily. Um, American Eagle has faced a firestorm of controversy and global news coverage for its Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans campaign. I'm weak. Now you have to sign up for it. Oh, just kidding. In one of the campaign's promotional videos, a 27-year-old White Lotus and Euphoria actress is seen lying on the floor, zipping up her jeans, and says, "Jeans are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair, color, personality, and even eye color." The camera then focuses on her face and then says, "My jeans are blue." The narrator then says the campaign's tagline, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Lord Jesus, I didn't even realize it was all fucking that. Mm-hmm. Some question the narrative and the use of genes as a sign of eugenics. Executives at American Eagle were not available Friday afternoon to comment further, according to Rebecca Margles, Associate Vice President of Fashion and Retail at Shadow, the outside public relations firm that American Eagle works with. Sweeney has not commented publicly about the controversy, nor the stylist, Molly Dickinson, who's worked on the campaign. Sweeney's most recent post to her 25 million Instagram followers reads, "I have great genes, now you can too." That included a short video from the campaign of her closing the trunk of her car and wiping her hands on her backside as she walked away. American Eagle's response post had racked up more than 36,600 likes and 5,483 comments. Some offered such remarks as, "I can't believe this is all real," and it's all really clear who you all are aligning yourselves with the world watching and shopping accordingly. Others offered liberal meltdown incoming. Your intern really cooked with this one. Asked about AEO's response, Friday, Sacred Heart University professor David Loringer said its approach to counter everything it's been branding standard about that counter to everything that branding standard and what business schools teach about crisis management. Perhaps American Eagle was surprised by the reaction to this ad, but if they had taken the time to beta test it and run it the first place, they wouldn't be in this mess. From Loginger's viewpoint, to get such vehement reaction from some consumers and to double down is sort of unheard of, in my opinion, ignores their target market. He compared the campaign to one that might have been done by American Apparel's founder Dov Charney or Abercrombie and Fitch former chief executive officer Mike Jeffries in their heydays, and that's exactly what the fuck I said. That's literally what I said. Loringer said to disregard market reaction is not only arrogant, but shows complete indifference to consumers. The market determines what's acceptable and not acceptable, not the brand. It will be interesting to see where this goes. Who knows? It may become an advertising business case where we will which will teach what not to do. In any event, they should fire their copywriter. Former Levi's brand, and that's crazy too. And I used to work for Levi's and for fucking True Religion, so it's like this is like I went to school for fashion merchandising. Like, this is right up my fucking alley. Former Levi's brand president Jennifer Say, who is CEO of XXXY Athletics, offered a different take. There's no reason. They're crazy, Levi's. Y'all are bugging. There's no reason for American Eagles to apologize or backtrack because some women on TikTok who probably never bought the brand anyway don't like it, she said. Levi's, that's crazy coming from a company that just fucking partnered with Beyonce. The
they
fuck?
They only do what aligns them for money. They don't actually
That's
support
crazy. Say said that she'd been pitched the same exact campaign many times over the years. It's not an obvious one. Play on words, nothing more. A beautiful woman
it's
looking
not
at
obvious, and it's a play on words.
Looking great in her jeans, who is at the top of her career in celebrity and in on the joke. Sweeney's self-awareness and humor are what make the ad unique and fun. Say offered, if I were advising American Eagle outfitters, I'd tell them to ignore the haters, stand strong, Don't cower to the bullies who want to make everything a tale of oppression. Even a fun ad campaign for jeans. The cancelers can't cancel anymore. They've lost their power. They just haven't realized it yet.
Well,
Say Branded's founder, So Branded's founder Scott Woodward said Friday that the jeans' clever wordplay in the campaign just feels off, given the current cultural zeitgeist, and that struck a nerve with the loyal Gen Z consumers and advertising media types too. Digging in and not acknowledging how it made consumers might feel exaggerate the situation, according to Woodward. Confidence in celebrating everyone is definitely a good message for them, as they've owned that successfully and beautifully for a long time, he said, noting how AEO brand case study on how your consumer is one that is shared while teaching students at Person School Design. Woodward said he was rooting for AEO, as Sweeney was another wonderful culturally relevant partner with whom to collaborate on their storied jean brand. That's fucking crazy, dude. Levi's is for the birds. Fuck them too. I'm not. Fuck them.
I sent you the article about the Dunkin' Donuts one.
Dunkin' Donuts. That's a wild, dude. Like, I'm not logged into anything right now. Fucking Levi's gonna say good for them.
I'm not surprised because the family of Levi Strauss, it's like still alive and everything. They're all big Trumpers and live in Texas. And
Oh, so that
so
there's that. There's
that's just the direction of that company.
Yeah.
And who they brand to.
Yeah, so there's that. Levi's done jump ship. I can't. But then to be having 4 chapters with fucking Beyonce. Okay, so Dunkin's and their shitty ass ways too. Dunkin' ad about genetics draws comparison to Sydney Sweeney drama. Social medias are scrutinizing a new social media ad, Dunkin', starring the Summer I Turned Pretty leading man Gavin Castellango, with people honoring and with people honing in on the actor, with genetics while hawking the company's new drink. Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. The 25-year-old said, why is all these people in their 20s like this? Says the shared video July 29th is tan genetics. I got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer, literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me, he continues. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. Just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer.
Damn. Okay. Not golden hour hits different with Dunkin'. U.S. Today reached out to representatives for a comment. The message has divided social media, with some doubling down for their support of the coffee chain, while others saying it draws parallel to the American Eagle's jeans campaign with Sydney Sweeney. Meanwhile, a few people are left confused by the ad script. One Reddit user saying not a single part of this ad makes sense. It's literally just a word salad. What? One TikToker commented, genuinely, what does this drink have to do with genetics? Dunkin' calls the video playful. In a July 29th press release, Dunkin' called the promotion a playful new social video titled King of Summer, who previously starred in their Just Not a Snack campaign. Y'all are moving funny. Fuck Dunkin's. And America doesn't run on Dunkin's. That shit does not. You guys aren't consistent. That shit does not taste the same. And maybe it's just like the northern and like the southern, which is fucking weird. It's a franchise, so everything should be the same. whatever. It's not the same. Dunkin' Donuts down here is trash, so there's that.
I concur.
I'm weak. Not you still need to roll one, bitch. Oh, damn. Lord Jesus, y'all roll. You need to roll one. This lighter needs to get some juice. My fucking everything's about to die. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Oh yeah.